Hello, I'm Brigantia Blackbird of the Blackbird Grimoire. Welcome to the daily forecast for Wednesday, May 8th, 2024. Good morning to you. Happy Mercury's Day. We have a waxing crescent moon. We are in Taurus season at the Celtic tree month of Willow, Beaver season, and we are in a Pluto retrograde. So for today's astrology, the sun is in Taurus, fixed earth representing practicality. The moon begins in first quarter Taurus, fixed earth representing industriousness. Then at 4:55 p.m. Central Time, it goes void of course. And then at 6:20 p.m. Central Time, it enters first quarter Gemini, mutable air representing adaptability. Mercury is in Aries, cardinal fire, representing alertness. Venus is in Taurus, fixed earth, representing artistry. Mars is in Aries, cardinal fire, representing initiative. Jupiter is in Taurus, fixed earth, representing practicality. Saturn is in Pisces, mutable water, representing imagination. Uranus is in Taurus, fixed earth, representing renovation. Neptune is in Pisces, mutable water, representing imagination. And Pluto is retrograding Aquarius, fixed air, which means we need to examine our intentions. And our mantra, there we go, I can talk, for the Pluto retrograde is reflect, heal, and evolve. For the waxing crescent, remember to plan, to brainstorm, and of course to create, all in association with the intentions that you set during the new moon. Now, for the Gemini moon that we're moving into, do socialize, do network, do teach if you have something to teach. Don't get involved with manic distractions. Don't get caught in confined spaces, and don't get caught up in other people's acrimony. So for this day in Mercury in Aries may encourage you to look for opportunities, and with the Gemini moon to nudge you to get in contact with people. And then it will be possible for new avenues to just kind of unexpectedly open up. There could be some new possibilities for you to explore. So if you are presented with these possibilities to pursue, just be sure that it's all aligned with your long-term goals. Remember, with the Gemini moon, you might find yourself getting distracted into directions that you shouldn't go into. So always test it against your long-term goals. Make sure those are aligned. For today's tarot card, we have the Queen of Wands, who is a bold manager, a bit of a prima donna, a doer, the alpha female, unleash creativity, female Leo. In other words, that's essentially the essence of this particular card. And the way you can make use of this energy is by taking ownership over your life and over what you are doing today. All of your activities, this is very much at your disposal. You are in charge. Go out there, go get it. And of course, if you're needing advice or direction, you could definitely find it from someone who fits this Queen of Wands archetype. So when in doubt, go towards a female that would fit this description. And you should at least get an idea or a jumping off point to be getting along with. Now, today's Celtic Triad reads, 3 things as good to lose as to gain: extreme prosperity, extreme praise, and extreme dignity. So really, we see that extremes are what's at issue here. There is such a thing as too much of a good thing, just as there's too much of a bad thing. Moderation, balance, and a sense of what is fitting, that has greater long benefits to your circumstances, your character, and your relationships than having extreme and the most and the greatest and all this and that. Because more isn't always better. Sometimes it's just more. And I realize this may be anathema for some of us who watching this channel who are Americans, because for so many years we've been taught that extremes are good and extremes are testing you and extremes are about achievement and everything else. That's not really true. I think that is a distortion of what it actually means to actually accomplish something, or what it is to have a good, prosperous, and balanced lifestyle. It's just, and also when it comes to praise, I mean, I'm very, very suspicious of anyone who's a little bit too complimentary for too little reason. They're generally not up to any good. I think actually today's Havamal verse will go into that a little bit. So it's nice that the Havamal verse and our Celtic Triad today are in such beautiful alignment that also feels like a little bit of a warning of, say, be careful. Be careful the people who go out of their way to say things that you want to hear. because it isn't always true and it doesn't always to our benefit. So, this is just another counseling from the Celtic triads, just to reject extremes as a goal, reject extremes as measures that we take, especially on any regular basis, and think about what is going to be moderate, what is going to be balanced, what is actually being called for here, what will actually produce good, as opposed to just, hey, look at me. Rejecting the hey, look at me aspect of our culture, probably a good thing. Today's magical intention is truth. For that, we have the color white, the plant chrysanthemum, again, specifically white chrysanthemums, owls for the animal, and white agate for the crystal. And now, if you remember any of your color theory, you will know that white is the culmination of all colors, which means it is all possibilities, and actually relates to the Fool and the tarot, which, of course, is that primordial well of energy of all things being possible. Taking this is essentially approaching the subject of truth with that idea of what are all the factors we need to take into consideration, and then reconciling all of that to find out what is true. Because, of course, truth goes beyond just fact. And asking yourself the question, do you value truth or do you value illusions, might be a worthwhile point of meditation today. Next up, our pagan practice. Make an offering to the owl spirit today. Try a new divination spread. Honor a deity known for accurate prophecy. Experiment with different forms of meditation than to which you are accustomed. And check in on an old friend. All good things to do today. And for our journaling, brainstorm a Lunasa or Freyfaxi, or however you see that celebration at the very beginning of August that celebrates the first fruits of the harvest. Brainstorm what you think a suitable hand fasting would be for that. And for your a little bit of inspiration, if you need it, I found this picture of a Lunasa altar, which I thought does a beautiful job of communicating common colors and also a common feeling for this particular celebration. So if you need that for a jumping off point, there you go. See what you can come up with. And that is what I have for you for today's forecast. Let me know what you thought of it in the comments below, or send me an email at brigantiablackbird@protonmail.com and we can have a chat there. But that'll do it for now, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.